I recently visited American artist Roni Horn's exhibition, When You See Your Reflection in Water, Do You Recognize the Water in You?, at the Pola Museum of Art in Hakone, Japan. And I enjoyed this exhibition so much that I decided to make this video review. Now, Roni Horn is probably best known for her photographic work. As you can see here, 2 owls, a couple of owls greeting you to the exhibition, and, to the left, a seascape. But these works didn't appear on the website when I looked up this exhibition, no. The big draw are these glassworks which from a distance look like fruit gummies. But when you get up close, the light reflects off the surface and then you can see the depths below. And like the water in the title, these too look like deep crystal clear pools, probably similar to the ones that Roni Horn saw in Iceland, not the supermarket but the country, where she visited many times over the years. Oh, this one doesn't look like a gummy, this one looks more like a coffee jelly or something like that. But again, as you move around the work, you become aware of the light from the generous windows reflecting off the surface. And it's this contrast between surface and depth, and also light and heavy, because these works weigh around 100 kilograms each, that keeps this work in a state of flux and continuously engaging. Next up we have Bouquet of Emily and Gold Field. That's the work over in the corner. Now on paper this seems like a conceptual conceit, but as you get up close to the work you see that the aluminum, or aluminium in British English, bars bow slightly, making you aware of the materiality of the work. And the words from different angles turn into pure form, which lets you see the original text by poet Emily Dickinson anew. And here we have Gold Field, which like the glasswork reflects the nature around it, but also ripples slightly, making you aware of your presence in the space. To Place is a series of 10 books focused on Horn's relationship to Iceland. Each contains watercolours, photographs, typographic drawings and text. In this exhibition, they're open to key pages behind glass, and although you can't thumb through them, it is important to see this work to gain an understanding of Horn's practice. More interesting in the context of this exhibition are a series of map works which contain incisions, printed text, handwritten text, crinkles, and overlaid elements which offer up a lot upon close inspection. Though this work is eminently reproducible, seeing this work up close makes me realise that this work has to be seen in the flesh to be fully appreciated. And as you look at this text, it takes you on imagined journeys of snowy peninsulas, or at least it did for me. Pi is a set of 45 photographs taken over 7 years and focusing on the life of a couple in northern Iceland. Now, according to the wall text, this work has been installed slightly above eye level so that you become aware of going on a cycle of the space. The only video in this exhibition saying water brings home the importance that water has in this exhibition through its transparencies and flows. Keeping with the theme of water, still water, the River Thames for example, from afar look like seascapes, but up close you can see small footnotes which include Horn's musings on the River Thames, literary quotations and stories related to this famous river. And this brought back a lot of memories of my time living in London and walking along the River Thames banks. Of course, without seeing the wall text, this could be any old river. Downstairs, you see a number of large drawings which measure around 3 meters in height. Horn has said that since 1982, drawing has been the only constant in her practice, and it's almost for her like breathing. Again, like the earlier map works, when you get up close, you see that she's meticulously pieced together scraps of paper and tied them together with hand-drawn markings, symbols and texts, like Cy Twombly with scissors. Hackwit is a series of works where Horn has painted in watercolour famous quotes and sayings before piecing them together to make new inventions. This brings to mind the work of the Surrealists, lighter in tone than the other works, but not slight. This work offers a respite for some of the heavier themes in the earlier pieces, breathing space before one gets to the end of the exhibition. And finally, You Are the Weather, an installation of 100 close-up photographs of a woman's face, is probably Horn's best-known work. Taken of the same woman in Iceland, this work, at least the wall text says, shows that our own eyes have the power to find significance in the unchanging routines of daily life. The Pola Museum is situated in Hakone, Japan, and is accessed by some of the most winding roads I've ever seen. Designed by Niken Seke and instigated by the CEO of the Pola Cosmetics Company, this museum opened in 2002, and the Roni Horn exhibition is the first solo exhibition of a living artist in the museum's history. 19 years. What took them so long? And here we are on a nature trail outside the museum, which allows you to enjoy the woods in the locale. There are a number of sculptures installed in the grounds that you can enjoy, and they're on permanent display. And let's follow this joker. Where's he off to? He walks a bit slowly, doesn't he? And that hair, so lustrous. An amorphous sculpture of sorts. And a couple of dogs. The nature trail gives you a chance to enjoy the museum from the outside as well. It looks like a river once flowed along here, and we're left with these beautiful mossy rocks. A beautiful contrast to the modernist bright nature of the museum. And the final work you see by Roni Horn on the nature trail is this extra glass work. But this one's a bit different. It's collected leaves and fingerprints, and it's a little bit dirty. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more from Miyazaki Art School. And if there are any other exhibitions you'd like us to review, then please let us know in the comments below. From Roni Horn and Miyazaki Art School, goodbye and see you next time.